the question is that there are gender roles, as we agreed, and then somebody should be there to take care of the kids and to raise the kids. And could those gender roles be reversed? Could a man stay home and a woman go work? So the first thing is, in Islam, we do allow that women could work. We're not saying that it's haram mutlaqan, yani absolutely forbidden for a woman to work, no. But there are some rules and regulations that go with that, right? Just like a man. A man can work, but he has rules and regulations. He can't go to work to be a robber or bank thief or work at a strip bar or a bank with riba and things like this, right? We have rules for men and we have rules for women within which they can work, right? But the reality is, the nurture that a woman can provide a child, a man cannot. This is psychology. You can go study it, you can look it up, you can see the studies that have been done. The patience that women have with their children, Allah knows. I got 4 kids, right? That I don't, right? And I'm saying this as admitting a shortcoming of a man, as a man. We as men generally, and again, this is obviously when you talk about genders or we have to generalize, right? In psychology, whether you study any which way, they are not as adept to dealing with children and nurturing them and nurturing them as women are, right? Now, there might be situations where a woman will have to go and work and the man may not be able to. That is true, right? And that could happen. And there are situations in the Muslim Ummah where I've seen that. But the general rule is not that, right? The general way of society and of nature and of Islam is the woman, she raises the children. And men, they go out and they bring in the sustenance. That's the way it's been, right? We can deny that all we want, right? But even if you go to how the structure of a man is made, right? Broader shoulders usually, right? The structure, it's meant for harder work, for farming and hunting, and this is how humans were developed, right? To deny that is to deny the nature of man. And the woman's body, obviously, if you, Max, stay home as a stay-home dad, are you going to breastfeed the child? Right? Good point, right? So you're going to have to find unnatural ways now and, get some Similac from Abbott and try, right? Because you're going against the natural roles, right? Go ahead. I told you I'll take yours. Sorry, Sheikh.
It's just asking more of a suggestion. So we all know we're dealing with this gender identity, LGBT, et cetera, our kids are facing that in schools. What is your suggestion how Muslim kids should act with these kind of people?
Great question. How should we act with people that are promoting gender roles to be not what your biological gender is, or saying that LGBTQ, XYZ, infinity sign are all a part of the nature of man? We need to educate our kids. We need to talk to them and teach them that no. Look, human biology. I'll give you an example, right? What's your name, Akhi?
Nasser.
Nasser. The reality of life is someday we all die, right? So let's say, Nasser, me and you are dead. May Allah give you a long religious life, but someday we're going to be dead. And we are in a grave. And 1,000 years from now, some archaeologist digs us up. And he finds me and you. And he finds our structure, right? Bone structure, everything, right? What do you think they're going to say about me and you's gender?
Male.
How dare they assume my gender? That archaeologists, how dare he assign that? Why? Because you are a male. There's parts of your body, structure of your body, the makeup from your bone structure, we can tell you're a male. That's what you are. You can call yourself anything you want. I could tell you I'm a pink unicorn. I could. How dare you guys laugh at me? Right? From now on, I want you to address me as a pink unicorn. You could, but you're not. Right? That's the reality. Okay? If humanity as a whole went homosexual, as a whole, what would happen to our species? It would end. What is the core biological purpose of any species? It's to reproduce, to keep the species going. Right? What does that tell you? I'm not even bringing religion into this. Nature tells you that it's supposed to be a man and woman. And that's how humanity flourishes. Right? That's reality. We need to talk to our kids straight. We can't be ashamed. We have rights. Allah gave us those rights. Right? We're going to speak the truth. You want to counsel me? Go ahead. Don't care. I'm still going to speak the truth. Why? Because it's the truth. If you want a discussion, we can sit down and discuss. No problem. Yeah? But the reality is, if you take any religious tradition, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, or you take nature and the way humans are structured to begin with, that the marriage is man and woman. That is it. That's it. Khalas. Max, you good? No more? All right. So we appreciate everybody. You got anything? Good. Sisters? No questions? MashaAllah. I really appreciate everybody coming out. I especially want to thank Sheikh Abi Abdullah for inviting me, and the university and all the students. And I want to say that I hope that the discussion that we had today, the question answer and the presentation, will steer some thought that you will actually, as Muslims that are here, that you will actually contemplate on what you need to do as a Muslim in your da'wah and promoting the da'wah and being a part of the solution to the society that we live in. And as non-Muslims that are here, that you will think about Islam being that solution to your question of why are we here? What's the purpose of life? Who created us? We cannot just follow something because it's what our family does. If your family raised you believing 2 and 2 is 5, that doesn't mean it is. We cannot just take society and the culture that we live in to be the norm and say that's what it is. No, we have to ask ourselves, what is the true message of God to us? And then think, is the Bible that you study today, the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Gitas and Vedas and Hinduism, are these truly from God Himself, as the Quran is? And if you don't have a Quran, as a non-Muslims, we would love to give you a free copy. We have pamphlets and books. We have refreshments. Please feel free. And if you have any question that you were shy to ask in front of everybody, I'll be at the side to ask, for you to ask. وَجَزَاكُمُ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا.